Welcome back into the battles between Hulk versus Aquaman and who will win. Before we dive into the analysis, I just want to say please remember to subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much. Hulk is often regarded as the stronger one on land compared to Aquaman, thanks to his raw power and superior durability. Although Aquaman possesses combat skill and the mighty Trident, Hulk can overwhelm him through sheer physical strength. Underwater, Aquaman has the advantage, but Hulk endurance still remains a major obstacle. Hulk has long been seen as the embodiment of pure strength, an entity whose power is not measured by a fixed number, but by the emotions raging within him. What makes Hulk truly unique lies in the direct link between his rage and his physicality. As his emotions rise, his strength does not merely increase incrementally, but erupts in an uncontrollable surge. This very mechanism allows Hulk to stand on equal footing with godlike beings such as Thor, and to completely overpower cosmic-level entities like the Silver Surfer. The origin of this power traces back to the fateful accident when Bruce Banner was exposed to gamma bomb radiation. This energy did not simply cause an ordinary mutation, but restructured his entire body at the cellular level. Muscles and bone marrow were reinforced to absurd levels, adding hundreds of pounds of ultra-resilient biological mass, turning Hulk into a living engine built to endure and counter any form of physical pressure. In moments of extreme stress, the adrenaline in Hulk body skyrockets. Because of this, Hulk has repeatedly been described as the most physically powerful being to have ever existed. Organizations such as the Initiative and super geniuses like Mr. Fantastic unanimously classify Hulk as an Omega-level threat, with Gyrich even calling him a primal Omega threat, implying a form of raw power that has never been fully tamed. At one point, Hulk was celebrated as the strongest hero in the world and the most powerful member of the Avengers, even when that roster included Hercules. Doctor Strange once acknowledged Hulk as one of the most powerful entities in the entire universe, not only because of his physical strength, but also due to his untapped potential. Apocalypse even believed that the energy generated by Hulk could be sufficient to contend with the Celestials. Each new surge of anger, each suppressed pain, can push him one step higher on the ladder of power. The threat posed by Hulk does not stop at a planetary level. Umar the Unrelenting once implied that the Hulk worldbreaker state, when rage reaches its absolute peak, could endanger the entire plane of existence of Earth 616, and even suggest a scenario in which galaxies collapse one after another. When merged into the unified Hulk, he becomes an existence capable of directly affecting the structure of the universe. The most shocking revelation came from Dr. Octopus, who claimed that Hulk is an embodiment of the one above all, or more precisely, the destructive aspect of this supreme entity. This would mean Hulk can access an infinite source of power, unrestricted by space or time. His reputation echoes across the cosmos. The Skrulls honor him as the strongest mortal on Earth. Kurgo declares him the strongest being on the planet. The Silver Surfer admits Hulk is the most formidable mortal opponent he has ever faced, and Odin himself recognizes Hulk as the strongest mortal Thor has ever confronted. However, Hulk power is not a single uniform state. Each personality within him carries a different level of strength. Grey Hulk, while more rational and controlled, is the weakest. In contrast, the form often referred to as the Green Scar represents the pinnacle of physical power, where rage has no restraints and every punch can shake reality itself. This multi-layered nature makes Hulk not just a warrior, but a living cosmic phenomenon, both terrifying and tragic, where immense power and profound loneliness coexist within the same body. Hulk punch is not merely an attack. That punch can send opponents flying vast distances, much like Thor swinging his enchanted hammer. In fighting arenas such as Marvel vs. Capcom, that destructive force is even strong enough to bounce enemies off walls. Hulk can reach force levels up to 2 quintillion, a number that is almost meaningless, yet entirely fitting for a gamma entity. With a single punch, he can shatter an asteroid twice the size of Earth into countless fragments. What is even more frightening is the aftermath, as the shockwave from that punch ripples across countless dimensions. Hulk mobility also defies all limits. A single leap can carry him roughly 1,000 miles, at speeds thousands of times faster than sound. From the ground alone, Hulk has leapt straight to the peak of Mount Olympus, repeatedly nearly reaching Earth orbit, and at times even attaining Mars orbit with a single jump. He can grab missiles in midair and land on tiny, nearly invisible islands from staggering heights. When Hulk slams his hands together, the resulting sonic vibration propagates through the air with an intensity compared to the most violent storms ever recorded. This shockwave is powerful enough to disperse Sandman attacks, extinguish Johnny Storm fire abilities, and severely weaken Red Hulk. In many situations, it can even send the entire Avengers team flying. At the highest level, Hulk Thunderclap can repel specialized sound waves and cause destruction on a cosmic scale. Hulk is not merely a powerful warrior, but a living force of destruction, where every movement carries consequences of a cosmic magnitude. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the earliest videos. Thank you all very much. Aquaman, whose real name is Arthur Curry, is not only a superhero of the ocean, but also an embodiment of tragedy and destiny bound to Atlantis. As the son of Queen Atlanna and the mystic Atlan, Arthur carried two different bloodlines from the moment he was born. Yet his blonde hair turned that royal gift into a curse. The superstitious Atlanteans saw it as the mark of Kordax, an omen of disaster. And out of that blind fear, Arthur was abandoned on the Mercy Reef, while still an infant. Fate continued to surround him with irony through his relationship with Orm, his half-brother who would later become Ocean Master. From their very first encounter, a deep hatred formed between them, as if destiny itself had placed them on opposite sides of the battlefield. On his path to becoming a hero, Aquaman has often fought alongside Superman, representing the connection between the deep ocean and the surface world. His survival abilities far surpass those of ordinary humans. Aquaman can hold his breath for extremely long periods, to the point that the true limit of this ability remains unknown. His eyes have been forged in the darkness of the ocean depths, allowing him to see through murky water and granting him superior night vision even on land. Aquaman himself once stated that his eyes have adapted to observe at depths of 6,000 fathoms, equivalent to 36,000 feet below the surface. These abilities are not merely combat advantages, but also proof of the harsh adaptation of an abandoned child. Aquaman was never meant to belong to a single world. He is the bridge between the deep sea and solid ground, between royal authority and personal freedom. That inner conflict forged an Aquaman who is as unyielding as an undercurrent and as solitary as the ocean abyss, a king without a throne who must constantly prove his worth. Aquaman is not only the king of the seas, but also a warrior. His strength is estimated to be roughly 150 times that of a normal human, and at his peak, he has repeatedly demonstrated the ability to strike and lift masses of up to 80 tons. Aquaman is often underestimated, partly because those who stand beside him are icons of absolute power, such as Superman, Wonder Woman, or Martian Manhunter. In the shadow of these near-divine beings, Aquaman's strength is easily seen as modest. However, when separated from such harsh comparisons, Aquaman emerges as a warrior capable of breaking through most conventional obstacles. Wood, metal, brick, and concrete walls cannot stop him. Only structures reinforced with specialized steel are capable of slowing his advance for any significant length of time. As a bearer of pure Atlantean blood, Aquaman frequently displays feats far beyond the average of his kind. When an ordinary Atlantean can typically lift or push only about 4 tons, his abilities go beyond raw lifting strength, showing agility and explosive power in combat. Aquaman can leap from heights equivalent to 4 stories, both on land and underwater, a testament to his perfect bodily control in any environment. He has lifted and hurled tanks weighing between 30 and 60 tons as if they were mere obstacles on the battlefield. More notably, Aquaman has repeatedly engaged Wonder Woman in direct hand-to-hand combat, an Amazon warrior renowned for her immense strength and elite close combat skill. Although he does not reach the same level of sheer devastation as Superman or Captain Marvel, Aquaman has proven that his strength is not defined by numbers alone. It is a fusion of superhuman physique, unbreakable will, and combat experience forged in life and death struggles beneath the ocean floor. This is what makes Aquaman a dangerous opponent and a reliable ally, one who can stand among gods without ever being overshadowed. If we take Aquaman as the point of reference, we gain a clear benchmark to assess why Hulk is considered superior. When discussing Aquaman's pure strength, in reality, there is only one feat that stands as the ultimate standard. Although he has displayed many impressive performances, none surpass this milestone. Yet even when granting Aquaman that level of recognition, it remains an extraordinary achievement, enough to make any opponent wary. Now compare that to Hulk when he held up the entire mass of rubble from the Avengers headquarters after the devastating snap. Hulk fully embodied the essence of his primal strength, a power that requires no elaborate tactics or supporting weapons. Every strike he delivers carries immense destructive force, enough to shake any opponent. His extraordinary durability also allows Hulk to endure the most powerful attacks, turning him into a living wall that is nearly impossible to bring down. In a state of extreme exhaustion, having been unconscious and barely able to use his right arm, Hulk fell from a height of dozens of meters, hit the ground, and immediately braced himself against the enormous weight of collapsing stone, steel, concrete, and rushing water. Even without an exact numerical measure, in that scenario, Hulk clearly had to reach a level of strength at least comparable to Aquaman. However, a battle is not decided by lifting strength alone. Skill, speed, durability, and the impact of each blow can all shift the outcome. Aquaman possesses refined close combat skills along with his powerful trident. He can exploit an opponent's weaknesses through agility and precise calculation. Yet, against a Hulk who grows stronger with anger and is almost tireless, that technical advantage gradually becomes fragile. Aquaman strikes can cause damage, but it is extremely difficult to deliver a finishing blow when Hulk keeps rising stronger than before. When the battle moves into the ocean, the situation changes noticeably. Aquaman enters his own domain, where speed, mobility, and harmony with the water grant him a significant advantage. He can move rapidly, attack from multiple angles, and use water pressure to amplify the power of each strike. Even so, under these unfavorable conditions, Hulk remains a terrifying obstacle. His extreme endurance allows him to withstand the crushing pressure of the ocean and relentless assaults. On land, that explosive power often overwhelms all calculations. Underwater, Aquaman can pull the fight into a more balanced state, but fully subduing Hulk remains a brutal challenge. For this reason, Hulk is still often seen as holding the final advantage, thanks to strength and resilience that exceed all conventional limits. Aquaman is a warrior with superior technique and greater mobility, while the reflexes of both are nearly equal. Hulk durability may seem paradoxical, yet it is what turns him into a nightmare on the battlefield. In terms of striking power, Hulk is clearly superior. Aquaman Trident can absolutely inflict damage, but it is difficult for him to retain the weapon long enough against unrelenting fury. When Hulk tears it away and hurls it aside, the Trident may only return once the battle has already been decided. Overall, with explosive strength and almost limitless endurance, Hulk has more chances to claim victory. Personally, I believe he would win 8 out of 10 encounters, not because Aquaman is weak, but because Hulk is the embodiment of power that never retreats. What do you think about this battle? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.